back to Living Your Life R&R. So today we're going to be talking about our moving experience, if you can't tell by the title of this video. Woo! So this one's going to be a long video, but just hang in there with us, okay?
Hey, Gwa. The realtor called and said that we need to get everything out of the house because we are closing.
Ooh.
And that the mortgage people said that they really, really want this house. So now we're going to be closing.
Good. Oh my gosh. Hey y'all, welcome back to LYL R&R. So today we are about to go and meet with our realtor and do some house hunting. So we'll show y'all a couple of these clips of some of the houses. And what you got to say? You excited?
Excited.
Yes.
Go.
Yes.
Eating my breakfast.
So we'll see y'all in a bit. This is the closet area in the front. This must be the main bedroom. All right, y'all, this is our new house. This is day one. It's gonna be empty, but here you go. Here's our front door and a little light up there. And this is our doorbell. I've already unlocked it. I just went outside to get something, but I want y'all to hear the doorbell ring. Y'all ready? That's how it sounds. About to come in. Okay, so when you come in from the door, we have our mud room right here. Let me cut on the light. Here's our mud room. And we've already got some jackets here. We're just testing it out, but it's like a little seat area. Right here is the door to the garage. Let me show y'all this. All right, and then we got my mom's mattress and box spring. Y'all don't mind me, I'm out of breath. We did a lot today. And okay, I cut on the light for the garage. That's our mattress and box spring. And that's my patio furniture. And that's some things we brought from the car. Anyway, put all that out. So this is our mud room. A little hook area. Put our jackets, a little seat. All right, y'all. And then, after the mud room and the front door, don't mind that right there. We're getting stuff moved. A little hallway over here. It's the bathroom, watch the dry room, and a guest room. They're all empty right now. Well, some of it. And a closet. And up here is the attic. And you turn around, closet, my room. And we're gonna swing around. Here's the living room. And then Whew, hold on. Let me take off my shoes. And then here's the kitchen. We had to buy a refrigerator, so if you see a cavity, that's why. Don't mind, this is some glass. Goes to our baker's rack. Here's the kitchen. Don't mind that we got some food. Dishwasher, stove, microwave, clothes, easy clothes cabinets, and easy clothes drawers. Then after this, we go into the dining room area. This is where we'll be putting our table and baker's rack. Possibly our cabinet. This is the big window. And then it goes out to our patio section. Just gonna let y'all see from here. It's fenced in and gated. This is where I'll be putting my patio furniture. And we're gonna go see the master bedroom where my mom is. So once again, here's the kitchen. Don't mind the wet feet. I'm walking barefooted. I know that's not good. Don't put that in the comments, y'all. And yes, I'm walking backwards. And come out the kitchen. And here's the master bedroom. Here's another closet. A light. Here's the master bedroom where my mom's gonna be. Huh? She says she's on the commode. But here's her room. Had a big spin. She has 2 windows in here that looks onto a patio and fenced area. We're gonna get the curtains. Like I said, this is Saturday, July the 13th. Yeah, Saturday, July 13th. That's the back area or the wooded area. I hope they do something with it, but if not, it's still cool. And once she gets out the bathroom, I guess I'll show you guys what her bathroom and closet looks like. But as for now, we're in an empty house. We got both of our box springs and mattresses. And reason why we're not on camera today, we look a little rough. So, oh, she came out the bathroom. Okay, she said she don't want to be seen on camera. But we're gonna walk into her bathroom. Double vanity. Whoop, don't put me in there. Easy clothes, drawers and cabinets. Her toilet. And if you turn around, here's the shower. Oh, look at you, the wind put your dove in there. You ain't right. And here's her tub, and she's got some things in her closet, but I'm not gonna show you it all, but you'll walk down. And from here, all the way over, that's her jewelry box. That's her porcelain doll. So we'll be getting this together. Today is just day 1. Yesterday, Friday, July the 12th. Didn't I say today was 13th? I'm tired, y'all. Oh, look how pretty. Ooh, don't put me in it. Look how pretty it is. There we go. And see, I want to show y'all something. Don't mind me if you saw me. So you see how these lights are on now? They're just vanity lights. But you can also then turn on this light, and it's the tub light. And then turn these off, and it's a little more, you know, kind of somber. Anyway, what was I saying? Today is Saturday, July the 13th, and we closed Friday, July the 12th. Today is day 1. Well, really, today is day 2, but for us being in here, it's day 1. So everything where y'all see empty, it's only my mama and I doing this. And I forgot to show y'all. Hold on. I think I sit in the laundry room. I'm gonna go back over there. Hold on. So I said that I decided this would be the guest room. It's the front room, but the closet is mine. And this is a little closet. I think I said that earlier. And This is my bathroom. Since I showed you her bathroom, do not mind how ugly I look. Cut on the light, and to be out the camera, I'm gonna do this. This is my bathroom. And yes, I got my bath tray ready. My mirror, easy close cabinets and doors, a sink. I love my vanity. And then from my bathroom, you go to the laundry room. And yes, it is empty. But it's coming soon. Today, this morning, we had from AT&T, I'm just gonna give them a shout out, come out and set up our router. I'm not gonna show you anything other than here it is. And yeah, he was pretty cool. He got that set up for us, and look at that, y'all. That's the light switch for the attic. So, but yeah, other than that, it's empty. That's why there's an echo. I'm gonna bring you around to my room because I really didn't show y'all my room. I've got some things in there. Here's where I will be. Now, I do not have a curtains yet. They're still in the storage. Don't mind me. And big closet. As you can see, I got stuff in there from my car. So, yeah, we got a long way to go, but we're gonna get there. And we will show y'all pretty soon. Well, not too soon, but like I said, it's me and my mama. So we will show y'all once we're finished. Don't mind my tennis shoes. Don't mind my bare feet. And other than that, don't we love the pretty house?
Love it.
Love it. All right, y'all. Yes, I'm in my car and I'm driving. I want y'all to see this. In front of me is my mama in a U-Haul truck. I'm gonna clear out everything, so don't worry if you see some gray spots. I'm just blanking out location and driver's license plates and yada yada yada. Whatever I said yesterday was Saturday the 13th. Today is Sunday the 14th. Hey y'all, don't know what day this is, but welcome back to Living Your Life R&R. We just got our couches in, and this is, well, I'm just showing you the rug right now. And yes, I look rough, so I ain't showing you myself. But today is Saturday, the next Saturday from the last time I talked to y'all. So this is the Saturday, the week after we close. And we got our sofa and love seat in here. As you can see, the our rug and our coffee table and our end table. But here's the couch, and don't mind this fan over here. I had it out earlier, but here's the sofa and the love seat. And yes, both of them light up. Let me show y'all. Push this button right here, and kaboom. Ooh, you know we're gonna be having some movie nights. And one thing I loved about this couch, now this one we have as a stationary, it doesn't move. And then this one reclines and massages and everything else. And then right here, it has the phone chargers and the light. So hold on. When you touch it, and it's got 3 different modes. And see, just touch it like that. And one thing I really love about this, other than our end tables, is this. You take this out, you can put a cup in here or you put it there. And then if you have a mug, it slides right back down. This is extra storage. Boom, boom. And y'all, we gotta thank the delivery crew. Hey y'all, it's Sunday, July the 21st. I don't forget what day this in, but I'm probably gonna put a text. The reason why I got y'all slanted like this, because we just got our washer and dryer and refrigerator. And yes, y'all know I look a little rough in this moving process. So all y'all gonna see is either the floor or whatever I put you at the angle of. Anyway, let's go in and check out the washer and dryer that Mama and I got. So here it is. And yes, we got a little bit going in there, but this is the Maytag extra power front load washer. This is the washer and dryer. Got this little mat right here that goes on top of it from Temu. And yeah, so here is the washer and dryer, and we love this steel color. And y'all, here's the refrigerator.
Hello, hello. Come on in. This is Living Your Life R&R, and today we are going to give you a tour of our home. Okay, first thing, we're gonna show you our mud room. This is where you can place your shoes, you can sit, and that door over there is where the garage is, which we're not ready to show just yet. It's not ready. Anyways, the next thing we will show is my daughter's bedroom. Right here is a closet, and this is my daughter's bedroom. So come on in. This is where the queen sleeps. And now we're gonna go to the computer room. And this is where all the magic happens with YouTube. This is what we do to make YouTube possible. And let me click this light off. The next place we're going to show you is where we wash clothes. She bumped into the door. This is another closet here. Mm-hmm. And in here is the laundry room. This is where we do all of the washing of our clothing.
That's our washer and dryer.
And come in, because I want to show them this. This is where they hooked up our internet service. Mm-hmm. Isn't that cool? Mm-hmm.
So here's, our Maytag dryer. Yeah. Washer and dryer. All of our extras. Our washer, my shoes, and dryer.
Yep.
All right.
All right. This is a bathroom. This is my daughter's bathroom. I'm in the way.
My bathroom.
Yep. This is the queen's bathroom. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go to the living room. I'm having to walk backwards. How wonderful is that? Okay, this is our living room area where we sit and watch movies and eat. Hey, this is what our living room looks like when we want to watch movies and have a movie night. We turn on the lights on the couch, and then we turn on the lights on the floor lamp, and we put in all the different types of color on the floor lamp, and we just have a great time with popcorn, pizza, wings, whatever. And just have a grand old time. And believe me, this is our wind down place. This is a place where we wind down. Love it. Love to come here and wind down. And one thing I like about this couch, it has a feature on it. I can charge my phone, and on these buttons is different massages that you can have while sitting and watching your favorite show, like you're in a theater. Anyway, that's that. And moving right along. Ooh. Put that right down there. There we go. That's it. I didn't put it all the way. Okay, we're gonna go to another bedroom. This is the third bedroom. This is a hallway. closet. This is my bedroom right here. This is where I sleep. I get my beauty rest. And here's my bathroom. Now I have a shower, and you can sit back here. You can sit in the shower rather. And this tub, garden tub. And with this tub and shower, now I am not sponsored by this company, but this is what I use to clean it. And maybe at some point in time, I'll do a cleaning video of cleaning these two things and this counter and sink. But as for now, I'm just showing it to you. Because it helps with, it has an extender to it. I hate cause Amazon sent this raggedy box. But as you can see, it extends long and I don't have to bend. I can just have it rotating in the tub or shower and not have to lean and hurt my back. And I love these drawers and even the ones in the kitchen as well as the cabinet because they're self-closable. You just give it a shove and it shuts on its own. Here is my closet. Now my closet is very big and I know it has a lot of stuff and a lot of t-shirts and some still have the tag on it. But my daughter bought me a lot of stuff. Kudos to her. I got a hanger hanging off.
Ooh!
Anyway, my daughter bought me a lot of t-shirts because I like a lot of t-shirts that have stuff like this on it. If I can get it. Not today. I ain't worn that yet because she bought me so many. And then this is one of my favorite ones. The one that says pray.
Pray on it, over it, and through it.
Yeah, love it. And like, and these are some of the shirts like that she bought that I wear, like this Juneteenth shirt. And it says my Independence Day.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't wore it yet, but that's what she got me. And this one was one that I love too. This is how I fight my battle. Love this shirt. Anyway, she got one too. So, so this is my closet. And she has purchased so much stuff for me. I love this little pocketbook. This is a pocketbook made like a basketball. I love that. But anyway, somewhere here I got my shades. I think it's down here. Yeah, I got different shades that I wear from time to time. Are those cute? Anyway, thought I'd share that. And so we're gonna go on to something else. Click this like, walk backwards, and hope I don't fall over. Okay. I use this sometimes because I go through hot flashes, and I have to have a little bit more. And oh yeah, let me show you this. This here lamp. I wanted this lamp for a long time. And it was at Walmart, very expensive at Walmart. And then one day I went to Walmart and it was no longer there. Last year I found this at Ollie's for $7.99. And took everything off yet. This is a work in progress. And I was so grateful. I have two of them, one on each side of the bed. And I love it. I just love the look of it. When they sold it in Walmart, it was like $24.99, and to get it for $7.99 each. And oh yeah, I have my handheld fan Because like I said, if I get too overheated and the other fan ain't working, I get this one and use it. But anyway, okay, we're gonna go on to the next location.
Too many lights.
And this is the kitchen. Oh, let me get this light. Forgot to get the light. This is the kitchen area. I think I used the wrong stuff on my dishwasher. I don't like it, but they look worse. But anyway, it's fine. This is where we gain weight. Need to lose weight in this area too. But this is where we eat. This is our little
Island.
island. For breakfast, and this is our dinner table. And I have to give a shout out to my sister-in-law, Louise. Louise, thank you so much that you let us see that you bought these stools, because we got two. So when we're cooking long meals, we can just sit at the stove and watch it. And when we get tired, we can just sit down and refresh ourselves. So thank you so much, Louise. Love you.
Our carpet we got from Ollie's.
This came from Ollie's.
So that's the upper side of the kitchen. Let me go around.
And so we're gonna show you the last place.
But before we do that, Bobette wants to shout herself out for building this cabinet.
That's right, Bobette,
Which is
the
me.
builder,
Me.
which is her. She built that cabinet.
I built this cabinet. Anyway, let me go ahead about my business.
Okay, we're gonna take you to our patio area.
Cause y'all remember I bought patio furniture.
Okay. So this is our patio area. This is where we do all the cooking out. And over here is wood for our fire pit that my daughter collected during Hurricane Helene. So this is it.
This is my patio furniture.
Yes. Love it.
And y'all, we gotta tell y'all a story about my patio furniture. Ain't that right?
Yes.
Anyway,
Anyway, we're gonna go back in.
my patio furniture. My patio furniture.
And
Back to my carpet.
later on, we're going to put some lights on the fence. We got this from Amazon, and it's a 16 pack. And we're gonna stick those to the fence out in the back to light it up. So when we're out there, we'll have extra lights, and we're gonna show you that later on once it's done. And also fire up the fire pit. We got these color flames, and we're gonna let you see what it looks like later on. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, when we first moved here, one of the things I had the most trouble with was finding curtains to fit this big window. That big, it's a long window. And to decide how I was gonna put it up. Because there are no blinds on these windows. And so I looked on Amazon, and I found these hooks that you can just stick.
And they're clear.
And they're clear. You can get them clear, black or white. And I got those rods from
Walmart.
What was it, Ollie's?
Well, we actually got it from both Walmart and Ollie's. I can't remember where we got which.
Yeah. These curtains came from Walmart. Yeah, this too. Came from Walmart. And this over here, we just kind of put this together. But I have to give a shout out to my sister, Barbara. Barbara, if you're watching, we put this on there, and this is what you recommended to us. And
The vinyl.
and then and then I had this already made up, and I ain't completed it, but it's okay. It's a work in progress. Anyhow, and the living room curtains were long too. It's a long window, and so everything. It took us a minute. We had no curtains for a long time.
For a long time. I love our cutout right here.
Yeah.
It's the kitchen, cutout, living room.
Now, hold on. Cut the light on.
Cut the light on.
Now, I did not move these two things. I know they Christmas, but the reason why I didn't move it is because I love the way I can just come over here and look at something pretty. I love that. And see, that plays music. But anyway, I love the way it looks. And I got this Christmas tree over here. And my daughter said, "But Mama, this is a Christmas tree." I said, "I don't care. It's Christmas. It's crystal. It's a tree. It's just a tree." What the thing is? And I said, I can look at that and be happy. So I told her, I'm sitting this thing right there.
And your flower.
And my flower. And my flower, it does that. So I said, when I need to wind down from all the stresses of life, this is something pretty I can look at.
And I want to give a special shout out to my friend Shayla. If you're watching, she got me that globe.
Yes.
I passed a test, and she had passed it before me, and she was like, "What you want me to get you?" I was like,
And it lights up.
"What do you mean?" And it lights up. We have to plug it in, but I said, "What do you mean?
Plug it in.
What do you mean? What do you want me to get you?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, just get me something from the little store." She's like, No. What you want me to get you?" And I said, "Okay, I like this globe." And lo and behold, the next week it was there at my house. So, yeah. Anyway,
I have one more thing that I want to show and give a shout out again to my sister Barbara. We didn't know what we were going to put here. This is a little window.
but see how long it is?
And how small it is. So she had told us about this here again. It's what we're using in the back in the kitchen. And we cut it and just put it there. And that covers that. So we have to be thankful and grateful for her for sharing that with us. Okay. Well, we moved.
Yay!
And we moved to the state of Georgia. And it's been a long process. We did this a year ago.
That's right. What? May something?
March.
May?
We moved in March 2024. Was the start of the move. And very, very challenging.
Yes. Y'all, it all started when we had that video of mamas. You remember my testimony? Right?
Right. Anyway, we, changes of life. And so we made a decision and we decided to come here. Anyway, we started off with a 26-foot truck. And we have a piano. And we put that on. There's a company called Two Men in a Truck, or is it Three Men in the Truck?
Two men in a truck.
But it was two women in a truck.
Two women in a truck.
Anyway, and so we had a lot to move.
A lot.
And the first truck, just to kind of get us going here, driving here and storing it in the storage building, because we were waiting on the sale of the home that we were leaving. And so we had to put everything in storage. And so we had a lot of stuff.
Right.
Even there was stuff we did not keep, but we still had a lot of stuff. And if we had kept all of it, it would have been a ton of stuff. So we really had a lot of, we had to get more than one storage building.
Yeah, we got 3 storage buildings. And Mama, tell them how you drove that 26-foot U-Haul truck. How was it for you? Because let me turn around and see this. Let me turn around and see this. How was it driving? It says it drives like a van.
That was worse than what I thought. that...
Did you say it was rickety?
Very rickety. I jumped. You know, she had to follow behind me with
my
her
car
packed full.
And
I was like this.
switching gears.
I shook so much. Once we got everything in the truck, I shook so much to the location where we were going.
That's right.
And I was like, oh my God. I said, I can't do this. I kept praying. I said, God, please help me, because we had to ride on narrow roads, and here I am in this huge truck. And I don't know what was wrong with this truck, but it was so rickety. It just scared me. But we made it to the storage building. And then it was to unload all the stuff. And that particular truck had the piano. And oh my gosh.
We didn't have any help.
Not for removing that piano. And so,
at first, we thought.
And so we were determined to get the piano out of that truck. And so we tried to get it out, and
we rolled it.
Rolled it out. It went rolling with us too. We went rolling with it, I guess, uncontrollably. And it ended up falling on my big toe. And that thing swole blue and black.
Yes.
Bleeding and everything.
That's right.
But because the hand of God was on us, I was determined, she was determined. And here we were with this big, huge bowling piano on my toe. And so I said, we're going to need some help to get this off. And so in comes these people in the storage area. And so I said, you might have to go and ask them, would they come and help aid us a little bit. And so she went to where their building was, and they came, and they were movers, actually. And the woman that was with them was stronger than the 2 men. And she picked that piano up off my foot.
That's right.
And rolled that thing on into that
storage.
She was strong as an ox. And that was kind of pretty much the last thing that we needed to get in there with that particular load.
Yeah, because that was just our first one.
That was just our first one. And anyway, once we got all of that in there, we went on to where we were staying, and we said, each Saturday, because we had to go to work, start work. After that particular weekend, that Monday, it was orientation, and it was, and then we're going to start on the job. So we had to do a little alone, and I said to my daughter, I said, we'll do as much as we can do in between until the time that the house becomes sold. And so, we had to make it do what it do until then.
And y'all might be wondering, why did y'all just hire a company to move y'all stuff? Well, tell them how much.
Well, we were going to. Excuse me. Let me get me something to drink. Hang on a second.
And while she's doing that, hold on.
Let me take a sip. We were going to, I had called the company just to move. I have a lot of glass. I have a glass kitchen table. I have 3 coffee tables a coffee table and 2 end tables that are glass.
Yep.
And I have a lot of glass items.
And my TV stand.
For decoration, glass TV stand. And so I called them, and so they said, well, we need a picture of what you want moved. And I took the pictures, sent it to them. Now, for 2 end tables, a coffee table, and my kitchen table, and my TV glass stand was going to be $1,500 straight off the cuff, off the bat. That's what they wanted. So I thought about it, and I said, I'm gonna have to come up with a plan. So we did. We got another truck,
but instead of it being 26 feet,
we got it smaller. And the glass stuff was the last stuff we brought to the storage building.
Yes, because by that time we had to buy a second, and the glass one was the 3rd time, right?
But was it the 4th?
No, we only got 3 storage.
Okay, well, yeah.
We don't forgot.
It was the last.
It was the last. It was the last.
Anyway, so what I did was, I went and got. Well, first of all, I watched YouTube, and I watched this guy who had put together some glass stuff, and how he set it up with bubble wrap. With he put boxes on top of the glass, and then he bubble wrapped it, and then he wrapped it with some other white plastic wrap. So I went and got all that stuff, and so I did it just like he said. And so since I had not taken the kitchen dinette set with the tables and chairs, we did that, and I laid the glass kitchen table, the glass that sits on the table. I laid it in between the chairs, and so that preserved it from any damage. And I had, like I said, it was bubble wrapped, and then it was and then it was wrapped with a box, a cardboard box, and then we saran wrapped it, and then we put
moving blankets on top of that.
And we did the same thing with the end tables.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So we had to make it do what it did.
That's right.
To get to where we're going, we drove kind of slow, so it took us a while to get to Georgia. So from South Carolina to Georgia, it took a while.
It took a while going slow
because we didn't want that glass to become broken, because I love my kitchen set, and I love my dinette set.
Mm-hmm. And our
so,
living room set. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so, you know, there were some things we did have to purchase once we knew that we were gonna purchase this home that we're in now.
Right.
So we didn't have to worry about couches and washer and dryer, bringing it, because we didn't have none of that. Right. But we did have her bed, and for me, I didn't have a bed. I had to go get one, and so that was a blessing there. But we had a lot of other stuff.
Mama, tell them about the patio set. What you said? My mama wanted to tell y'all something about the patio set, so y'all better listen.
We when we finally after we sold the home in South Carolina,
which was what, May?
May.
Yeah.
And we purchased this home in July. The day that I signed for this, we signed for this house. And we're gonna insert a picture.
Yes.
My daughter wanted certain things, and one of the things was to be able to sit outside and just enjoy grilling and stuff like that. So we were in Walmart, and so they had placed this patio set on clearance, because she had been looking online for stuff, but they had placed this particular one on clearance. Cleared it a great deal of money.
Went from $200, I think, right? $200 to about what? $139? One something.
Anyway, and I had just went and got my mattress. And we had rented a truck.
A pickup truck.
A pickup truck.
By that time, we had 4 U-Haul big trucks. And then that was our first pickup truck.
First pickup
truck.
So I had rented a pickup truck, and I had went and purchased a mattress. And I had to go to Walmart because we needed to get food supplies and some other things. And so as we were going through Walmart, she wanted to go out to the patio area, and I was like, oh gosh, here we go. And so we went out there, and I was like, I said, look at this. They're going to put this on clearance. And I was like, well, you know what? We can afford that. And so she said, well, I want a 5-pit too.
I want a 5-pit too.
I was like, now look.
I want my 5-pit.
The 5-pit go out the way, because we can't afford that right now. And so I said, okay. And so I said, we better get somebody to help us get this. And so she went all over the store looking for somebody.
Yes. And why y'all trying to hide?
And I'm standing back there waiting so I could show the person which box I wanted. She finally found somebody. And he got it, brought it up front, and then he said, I'm not going to be able to get this on this truck because you got this mattress. Now, it's late. Mind you, it's late because, you know, we had just closed that day, and we had a lot of things to do, and it's late, and Walmart is about getting ready to close by the time we get there. And so she said, well, we can go home and drop this mattress off.
We can.
See, because we had the mattress and the box spring. And we will be back to get the, now it's already paid for with the name on it and everything.
We will be back.
I'm having to drive like a maniac.
Why?
So that I can get back there and get that
because they told me, oh, well, if you come back, we'll help you put it on the truck. Bet.
I'm blind in the dark, trying to get, and then we got to get the mattress out and see everything. We put everything in the garage until we were able to actually bring it inside the house. So my bed went in the garage, and so we just put it in the garage and took back off.
She ain't telling you the full truth. She was like, honey, I don't think we're going to be able to get your patio furniture. I know that's a lie.
What did I say that for?
What she say that for? That's a lie. I went to swinging that stuff. I want my patio furniture. I done paid for it. What else I say?
I done paid for it. I've been wanting one for a long time and And so, honey, she got that mattress and box spring and done bypassed me.
That's right. In the way.
Bypassed me and done shoved it in the garage.
That's right.
Hey, let's go.
Let's go. In 5 minutes. That's all I need.
It was making me speed.
That's right. Get my patio furniture.
Boy. And I said, look here. You're going to have to get over here and drive this truck. I'm tired of driving them trucks. Because she was scared.
I know,
And I was scared too to drive. You know me, and, well, my brother know this. Nate knows that you can never, ever try to challenge me because I'm going to go ahead and do it. If you dare me, I'm going to do it.
And I dared her because I said, I want my patio furniture.
She dared me, and she know that was a wrong thing. Cause see, I'm a competitive person, so I got in that truck. We got there.
Where my patio furniture?
She was looking for the person that had helped us, but he was outside.
He
was outside as we were going in, and but finally we got somebody. Got the patio furniture on there. Left it on the truck. Heavy. And I think the next day was gonna be Saturday. Yeah, and that's when the AT&T man came. And he helped us. We were taking it off the truck now.
Yep.
This joker was something serious.
Yep.
It was heavy. We had some chucks. But that joker was heavy. And if we had known how they had put it in the box,
we would have just opened the box.
We could have opened the box. It made it much easier. Because when we finally opened the box and Bob the builder put it together.
Bobette. That's my new nickname. Bobette the builder.
She the one put it together. We could have gotten that thing in there so easy. We did it the hard way.
We did it the hard way. But that's the way to do it.
And the guy from AT&T was looking at us like, y'all moving that?
Yeah.
And we opened the garage. We said, we moved all this stuff too.
What?
Y'all two women did all of that?
And yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I said, we tough. We tough as nails.
I told him, I said, my mama drove 4 U-Haul trucks and a pickup truck.
That's right.
And it's like, what?
And so, anyway, he helped us to get that into the garage. And when we were, I'm gonna go back to the piano. When we were ready to bring the piano so that we could close down all the storage buildings, the guy that brought the furniture, the living room suite, very, very kind. He said, I'll do it for free. And he said, I will meet you at the storage building as long as you got a truck. And so we went to the storage building. He put it on the truck. We brought it here. And let me tell you, that day, it had to start. What was that? Like a tornado.
It was a tornado. Isolated.
Started.
As soon as he
not too far.
That's right.
From where we live now.
That's right. That's right. Not that far.
Raining cats
And dogs.
Anyway,
Did we stop?
No. He got that piano in him with no problem.
Right.
Boom, boom, boom. In here, where you want it.
Where you want it.
And because he was such a kind guy, I told him, I said, I can't let you go without nothing. And he wanted to. He didn't want anything. And I said, no, I want you to take this because, you know, a lot of other people would have charged so much for us to bring that piano to this house. Anyway. We have so many stories.
So many.
And I have to say this along with this video, even it might be, you know, kind of left field, but I have to say it. When Hurricane Helene hit, where we are, it hit pretty bad. But I am so grateful to God. I have to tell this testimony. I am so grateful to God because where we stay, even though it hit and it hit hard, it hit very hard. Even that morning, I got her up.
Yep.
And we went out. We went out.
I mean, it was like a horror movie. It was whipping.
It was just going like this. Everything was going like this outside. And
tree fell.
If you ever seen a movie like The Name Twister, just like that. Like that, going around and around and around. And the reason why I went out, which was foolish, is because of the place where I work. You know, some places never shut down. At least I thought.
Right.
And so I was determined to make it work.
Right. And so since she was determined to make it work, I was determined to get her there. Because my job closed.
And it was awful.
It was awful.
It was awful. It was just awful. And people went for weeks.
Yeah. With no internet.
Months. No internet.
No power.
No power.
No water.
No water.
And I gotta say this. Mama and I did some driving because the only thing I could see was just a white sheet of rain. I didn't see where the tree had fell or a stoplight fell or, I mean, it was so bad. We were in the midst of it. And I was like, why are these cars stopping off? And a light was just swinging and then boom, fell. Yeah. And I went right on.
And I said, move.
Move.
I told her, move.
Boom. And then we got her to work. We got her to work.
And guess what? Turned around, came right back.
Came right back home. Still in the hurricane.
No power there.
No power. We came back home, we still had power.
I know. And even though our power went out.
For like an hour.
It went out just for a limited amount of time. And the internet went out just for a limited time. But when the power came back on, we were able to watch videos that we already had.
Our DVDs.
Yeah, our DVDs. Yeah. And then water. The water came back on, and you know, it was just within that day that Helene hit, and we didn't have to go days or weeks without it. I had to, like, when people were asking me, so how you making it after Helene? I had to stop telling folks that
that we were all right,
that we had power, and that we had internet service and water. I had to tell folks. I had to lie. I really didn't want to lie, but I had to because the last person that I told that we didn't have a problem, they got mad at me. Wouldn't talk to me no more. And you know, I I would always say, I have to thank God. I have to thank God that no damage came to our home, because a lot of people's homes were damaged.
Right.
A lot of people lost food that they had in their freezer, that they had in their refrigerator.
Deep freezer.
And she and I, we had bought food for ourselves, but we didn't worry about cooking on that day. And when the power did go off for a little while, we had sandwiches, drinks, snacks. we were having a ball.
Candy.
And then later on, that day we went out just to see how things were once everything cleared up. But we didn't suffer like some did. And I have to give the thanks, and I have to give glory to God.
That's right.
That, we didn't have to deal with that, and really we didn't need to.
We really didn't need to. That's all we were doing.
Because we have struggled a great deal in getting everything organized and put back together. And that's why I'm not showing the garage, because we still have a lot of stuff in there that we have not organized and straightened out in there that we have. And so that is why we didn't share that part. But as time go on, we will. It's been almost a year that we've been here. It will be on the mid-July. Yeah, we'll say it like that. Yeah. And so, and we were fortunate to purchase what we did get, and to be able to get something that we enjoy.
Well, I don't mean to jump ahead, but since Mama wants to tell the details of me and my patio furniture, this is a funny moment, y'all. Let me let her tell you the part about our patio furniture that she don't want to share. Share it.
What?
Y'all,
what?
To get off that heavy note, we have garden gnomes. We like garden gnomes. And so we had to go get a new friend of a garden gnome. We call them our little friends. And so we got one, and it's an owl. And we got it at Ollie's for like $7.99 when it's normally like 20 something. So, Mama and I were so ready to get our patio furniture together. Well, I was ready. And so I said, well, let me put our little friend down. And then I walked off. And Mama tell the rest.
Well, I was outside, and it had rained a great deal, and you know how dust can kick up on your
dust and leaves.
Yeah, and porch and things. And so I was sweeping that off, and mine was on something. I was just sweeping. Then some kind of way I whirled around, and I saw the top of something head in between the two chairs.
And here she goes screaming.
Now, behind me, I know it's kind of wooded, because that's why we bought the owl, to kind of ward off, preys and stuff like that. Because sometimes once they see a prey, they turn away and go somewhere else. Anyway, I had forgot that we had put the owl in between the chairs, and all I saw was the top of the head. And I tell you, if I hadn't walked around the area where I walked to see the owl, I was about to tear that thing from limb to limb. I was about to bust him up with that broom. That's what she is talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
And so she had walked off and came around the front of the house. And so I was in the back. And so when I sat down, I must have been perspiring, sweating a lot. And she looked at my face. She said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "You don't want to know."
Yes, I do. What's wrong? What's wrong? What happened?
I told her I was about to tear that eye from limb to limb.
And we had just put him down.
She was laughing.
That was so crazy.
So that was a moment.
Yeah.
Oh, and let me tell you this.
Uh-oh.
I got this story.
Uh-oh.
I have to share this.
Oh.
This is share time.
Uh-oh.
Okay, one day I went to crank up my car. And it wouldn't crank.
Yep.
Battery dead.
Yep.
I'm like, oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
What am I gonna do? Well, got off work. She and we got off work. And I said, I had the previous day I had looked at a video on YouTube how to jump a car.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Lord, and this has to happen to me. So we had jumping cables, and I said, when we get off, let's see what we can do. So I turned the video on. I said, they say do it like this.
That right, hon?
And so there was this couple driving down the street. So I said, yell at them. I said, girl, yell at them people. And see if you can get that guy to make sure we doing this right, because I don't want us to blow up.
Right. I didn't want to blow up. We didn't want to blow up.
So anyway, he got out of his car and he came over. He looked. He said, "Yep." He said,
it right.
He said, "You got it right." He says, "See if you can crank it." Thing wouldn't hit a lick. And then he said, "Give it some gas from her car to
From
mine."
my car to hers.
And she gave it gas and still nothing. So he said, "Well, I'm gonna tell you what you do." He said, "You wait about 20 minutes. Get that thing a chance to charge up, because it might be, the battery cell might just be totally dead." Anyway, he did.
He said, "Cause I'm gonna leave, so y'all can learn how to do this."
Yeah. And so we gave it 30 minutes. And we just let it run. Let her car run, and let the hook stay on there and see if it's on. That thing fired up. Boy, you talking about something. I told this child, I was like, honey, I'm going straight to Advanced Auto. I ain't stopping. I said, you have to catch up with me. I don't want this thing to turn off.
Bring my purse.
I said, bring my purse. I'm going on. I knew where Advanced Auto was.
It wasn't that far.
And I booked there. Got a new battery put in. And thankful and grateful, honey. Because I didn't know what I was doing.
That's right.
Didn't know what I was doing, but it was a learning experience for me. It really was. Yeah.
Yep.
And so at this point in time, I have to give a shout out to Nisi from Mark Spain, who helped us to sell our house in South Carolina.
Yep.
And to Katira, who helped us to purchase one here in the state of Georgia.
Well, we're probably leaving out some stuff, but
yeah, we're probably are, but it's okay.
it's all right. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and click on the notification bell for more with Living Your Life R&R. Bye.